Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. It has been a minute, and the reason why, I guess, is just because in the holiday season and like working and stuff, I was exhausted, both mentally and physically. My mental health has just been kind of like all over the place. I think it's because my sleep schedule's been messed up, but it doesn't matter. That's not why we're here today. We're gonna move on. I'm back. I was gonna make a Britney Spears reference and I don't know any. Today's video is going to be about my 2019 favorite things, focusing mainly on books and writing type things, also AUTHORTUBERS and all kinds of stuff, but like focusing mostly on the things. If you haven't noticed, 2018 feels like it has been like 30 years long. It's been the longest year ever. However, I thought very hard on how to come up with my favorite things this year because I have a lot of favorite things. I've tried to narrow it down. I'm going to start off with books. You can't tell from behind me, I have a severe problem with books. I finally learned how to purge them thanks to my boyfriend Damian. He's helped me like figure out how to that I can get rid of books and it's not the end of the world. But we're gonna start with books. I have 2 physical books and 2 other books that I don't have physically for various reasons I'll go over when I get to them. But let's start out with the best fantasy book I read this year, which was Assassin's Apprentice. So this is by Robin Hobb. This book is really good. My friend Bridget actually gave this to me. She gave me the first 3 in the series because she really wanted me to read them and I'm like super broke. So she bought them and sent them to me. A big part of that about this is that they're fantasy, but there's a lot of like courtly intrigue in them, which I really like. I really like things that have to do with like kings and queens and like courts and like politics and stuff like that. I love that crap, but I don't know why. It really speaks to me and I really like fantasy settings. Boom. See, what's weird is like I like politics and stuff like this, but I would never read a modern political book like about like democracy. But for some reason when it comes to fantasy, I totally love it. If you like courtly intrigue, fantasy stuff, pick this up. I have the next 2, I'll be reading those. If you'd like to know how I feel about them, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Book number 2 would be White Rabbit by my friend Caleb. This is like gay Hardy Boys. This copy doesn't look used because it is not. It's a brand new copy. Read the arc of this, but I still bought the hardcover because I support the out of my friends. Like I said, it's a gay Hardy Boys. So main character Rufus gets called by his, I think it's his stepsister now. It's been so long since I've read this actually. It's kind of a cheating because I read this last year and it came out this year, so I'm like putting it in 2018. Rufus gets called by his stepsister to come and save her, and when they get there, her boyfriend's dead. There's like drugs and murder and stuff. It's totally worth picking up. And while you're there, pick up Caleb's other book, Last Seen Leaving. My 3rd favorite book of 2018 was The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper. I also read an arc of that. Official arcs aren't even out yet. I'm also friends with Phil. None of them asked me to do this. None of them have like anything. I just really love these books and I really want them to get out there and be known, so this is why I'm talking about them. Phil's book is set in the 50th anniversary of the mission to the moon, and so they are getting this like group together to go to Mars, and this book does not take place in space. I need to say that right now. It takes place on Earth. One of the candidate's sons starts to fall in love with another candidate's son, and it's just like them falling in love, like circulating around this space program to Mars. It's good. It'll be out 2000, I don't remember, but I'll go ahead and put the link to that book in the Goodreads. I'll put all the books links in Goodreads in the description below. Phil's you'll have to add to your to-read list because it's not out yet, but I'll definitely buy a copy for my shelf. I support my friends. So my 4th favorite book of the year, Surrender Your Sons by my friend Adam, which is not out yet. I actually critiqued and beta read it, but it was so good I felt like I needed to include it in this video. Even though none of you can read it yet, I apologize, but it'll definitely be selling soon. Like it's so good. It's about a teenage boy gets sent away to a conversion therapy camp. It's a really good book. Adam is so amazing. I'll put his Twitter link in the description below if you want to go ahead and give him a follow or something. I'm sorry I don't have a way for you to read this book. Maybe if you're really nice to him, you could ask him. It's a really good book. It's emotionally draining, but it's good. We are now going to move on to my favorite AuthorTubers of 2018. This year, in 2018, I got really into AuthorTube. To be honest, I didn't really know that it existed. I knew BookTube existed, but I didn't know AuthorTube did, which if you don't know what AuthorTube is, it's people, writers, and authors who make videos, share their experiences and stuff like that. And I like fell in love with it immediately when I found out what it was. I think the first person I found was Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. So I guess I'll just open with Lainey. I believe she used to be a BookTube. I don't actually know the background of that, but she does writing vlogs, writing videos, reading videos, stuff like that. Go to her videos. I'm gonna put a link to everything I talk about in the description. She's an amazing AuthorTuber. She's so nice, so funny. She was nice enough to include me in a nano cabin for Camp NaNoWriMo. She was nice enough to include me in this group of her and other writers, and it was just so nice getting to interact with other writers and her writing videos to me are so inspiring, and I love her videos. Definitely go check her out. She's in the description below. Her writing vlogs are actually a big inspiration for how I was setting up my writing vlogs originally, the month to month, and like kind of like the date setup and stuff like that, but I'm changing a lot of that in the new year. But she was a huge inspiration for why I actually even started writing vlogs. I watched like 8 of hers in a row or something, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this, I want to do this, and I started doing it. She's the reason why I started doing writing videos. Thanks, lady. My next favorite AuthorTuber of 2018 was Natalia Lee. So Natalia Lee's videos, she is first of all one of the nicest people ever. I think everyone I'm gonna talk about today, or like I'm just gonna say that over and over again, the nicest people ever. But to be honest, AuthorTube is just full of super nice people. That's why I love the community so much. Natalia Lee does writing videos, and she also has a book out called Song of the Dryad, which I have not yet ordered, but I plan to very soon because, like I said before, I'm broke. The holiday season kind of drained me of all my money. I plan on getting it soon. Natalia is also self-published, and I loved watching all the videos leading up to the publishing of it, learning all about what she had to go through and things like that. It was something I was super interested in watching, even though I'm not in the same track as that, because I do have an agent. I'm going for the traditionally published. It was still really interesting to me to see what kind of work goes into self-publishing and the kind of like trials and tribulations, I guess, that she had to go through. I found it super fascinating, and it was really informative. And even if you aren't planning on self-publishing, if you are planning on traditional publishing like I am, you can still learn a lot from her videos. So I do highly recommend you go watch Natalia's videos. She's also just like super nice and super sweet. She's awesome. Go check her out. Next on my list of favorite AuthorTubers for 2018 was Brooke Passmore from By the Brook. Again, link in the description below with everyone else. The reason why I really like Brooke's videos is she is so like just sweet and positive, and I never know because I'm gay when I interact with people through like comment sections and on live videos when they're live and I'm like talking to them, they might think I'm like a creepy straight dude like trying to hit on them and stuff. So I'm like, I never say the things I want to say sometimes because I feel like I have to preface it with like, oh, I'm gay, so this isn't weird. But like I always want to tell her like she's like so sweet and she's like so positive and nice, and it was just so awesome to follow her journey of her writing her book. She also did NaNoWriMo. Natalia Lee did NaNoWriMo, and then Ginger Reed Delaney also did a version of NaNoWriMo. They all have videos about those you can check out. Specifically followed Brooke and Natalia because they did live streams together, like writing live streams I went and participated in. The thing is about like Brooke is like, she's always, no matter like how far behind she was or how much she had to write to catch up, or you know, if she was having whatever day, she always just seems so positive and so excited about her writing that it made me like really inspired to be like, oh, you can have a day where like you may not have gotten a lot of writing done, but that doesn't mean the day's a wash. That means that, you know, whatever. So honestly, just like watching Brooke's videos put me in such a good mood. Anytime she does a video, it puts me in a good mood. Like, she's just so like nice, like I said, and like happy and positive. She recently did a video called Drinking and Writing Part 2, and those videos are so funny. I don't know why, but they're just so hilarious. You should definitely go watch those. She's just a positive force in the AuthorTube community. All of these ladies are. Number 4, I can't pronounce her last name even though she says it in every video. I think it's Jenna Morassi, something like that. She is hilarious. You should definitely check out her videos if you're into writing. She's also a self-published author. Hers is called The Savior's Champion, which I also plan on picking up soon once I have a little bit of extra cash because the holidays are draining. She's just so funny. Every video she makes, I can't help but laugh. She just like is so real that you can't help but like immediately feel like this connection to her. I just love every video she uploads. Definitely go check out Jenna. Her link in the description below. Moving on now from AuthorTubers to my favorite writing things that happened to me in 2018. It was kind of a slow year for me for writing, which I plan on totally changing if you watch my bullet journal setup video, which you don't have to watch, but it is linked in the card above right now. My first thing for 2018 that is my favorite writing accomplishment was I finished NaNoWriMo. So I am a believer that if you wrote anything for NaNoWriMo, you're a winner because anything that gets you writing is winning. Like, I struggle sometimes because of mental health issues. I do suffer from an anxiety disorder as well as depression. That I do get any writing out, it's a win. It's better than not getting anything out, I guess, which happens to me quite often. And so when I managed to finish NaNoWriMo, I got the 50,000 words. That's super exciting to me because sometimes I can go a whole month without writing a single word, which I plan on changing in 2019. My other favorite accomplishment for 2018 in writing would be I finished editing 2 books for my agent. One of them was a book that had already been on sub for like a year, and she came back to me and was like, you know what, let's change these things about it and then we'll put it back on sub. So I did that. That was the Hunter book. Some of my most recent writing vlogs I talk about it. it because it didn't happen in the middle of Nano, so I had to like take time off to do that. I managed to finish editing Jack book so it could go on submission, which it is now on submission, and which is my other book. They're both contemporary young adults about gay teenagers going through various things. The Jack book would be a teen mom, but with a teen dad, and he's gay. The Hunter book is about a gay teenager. He's dealing with his mental health issues and also dealing with recovering from an addiction and getting over his ex while falling in love with a new boy at a new school. I just feel proud of myself for having finished editing and getting both books done, although I do have to do a little bit more editing to the Hunter book, like a little bit more, that I'm gonna be doing a video about. If you wanna know more about that, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss that video. But let's get back to the subject. Like I said before, I struggle sometimes with writing like really badly, and I feel like it's good to be upfront and open and honest about these kinds of things, because I feel like as creative people, writers often suffer from things like anxiety, depression, and maybe me talking about it will show at least one other person that if you're also struggling with this, it's not the end of the world. It's something that will affect you, and it's all about just going over the next hurdle. And if you need help, please seek help. Now we're moving on to the last section, which is just other stuff in 2018 that were my favorite things that happened, or favorite things just in general that I liked. Number one would be I got into bullet journaling in 2018, and bullet journaling really has helped me become a more organized person. I think there's more freedom to it. I can do my own kind of trackers and things like that. So there's things I really like about bullet journaling. I've done not lots of videos, but I've done some videos on bullet journaling, especially for writing and reading, especially my 2019 one I mentioned and my NaNoWriMo one. So if you wanna watch either of those, they're linked in various places on my channel. And I just really like that. I feel like bullet journaling has gotten me more organized. It has gotten me to get back into the groove of writing a little bit more, and so I really like that. It's a really versatile way to plan, and I believe that planning can help basically anyone, even if people don't think they need to plan. Next is I designed my first enamel pin this year. So this is my Petty Betty enamel pin on my custom backing card that I created with my boyfriend Damien. My store is always linked in the description below. As of right now, that's the only thing in it, is that pin, but there'll be other things coming fairly soon to that store. This pin, did a whole video on it, which again, I'll link in the card. And it was just so much fun to do. It was so like different and out of my element, because I really do love enamel pins, but I didn't know how to create one. I did a lot of research. It's all in the vlog up there, but it was just so much fun. I really enjoyed the pin. It's, again, still for sale if you want one. I have 3 more things on this list today. 2 of them are both movies though. So I saw 2 movies that I absolutely fell in love with this year. One of them would be Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I literally have an entire wall over here basically dedicated to him. It's like my favorite Disney movie ever. I love Wreck-It Ralph, and so like when the Wreck-It Ralph 2 movie came out, I was like, gotta see that. So me and Damien went and saw it, and I just loved it. I only cried like once or twice, I don't even know, but it was totally worth it. Amazing movie. The second movie, which I will not lie, I was like, yeah, I'll go see it, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I have to see that movie. But it was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think is what it's called, right? Yeah. Again, I wasn't like super like, gotta see this movie like I was Wreck-It Ralph, but Damien really wanted to see it, so I went and saw it, and oh my lord, it was so good. I don't even know how to describe it. It was probably one of the best Spider-Man movies I've ever seen, if not the best. The animation style was really interesting and I really liked it. It was very like comic-esque. I don't know how to describe it unless you saw it, but it was really good. Like the relationships that were built in it were so good, and it's just, I hope there are sequels to this movie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to my favorite thing of 2018. My boyfriend Damien! Oh, look how cute he is. You look so cute. You look cute. Ow. Sorry. We're sharing a stool right now that we're sitting on. It's very complicated. One of my butt cheeks is just like falling off the chair.
The other's in the Spider-Verse.
Wasn't it a great movie?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I'm so glad I recommended it.
This is my boyfriend Damien. We live together.
In an apartment.
In a studio apartment. Full of toys and books. If you don't know Damien, I'm gonna link up in the card. It's a meet my boyfriend video. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
You get to meet me.
He's cute, isn't he? Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Who's a cute boy? Thanks for being on camera.
I'm gonna go. Bye.
If you got this far, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. If you love the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you comment below what your favorite thing of 2018 was, or just a few of your favorite things for 2018. I reply to every comment. I love talking to everybody. That is one of the reasons why I created a YouTube, is so I could make this like community of people that we can talk and be friends and whatnot. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be coming very soon. Not another week break in between. Bye.